Monaco 2, Man City 2. What a disappointing result that is. Erling Haaland gets a brace, but Monaco in 2025 are having Eric Dyer scoring goals in the Champions League for them. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm in disbelief that City didn't win this game. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I'm not even saying it's down to anyone's fault on the pitch tonight, except for the referee. I mean, it was an absolutely abysmal performance. A referee who was completely out of touch with reality, let alone football. A 2-2 draw. Very, very frustrating because this was one of the best City performances I've seen this season. It was very, very good. We're going to break down all the goals, some match analysis. Make sure you subscribe if you're new as well. We have to start off with the mercurial talent of Erling Haaland. He scored a brace tonight. It could have been 3. It could have been 4. He missed an open net. It was a tight angle, but we could have easily been talking about Erling Haaland scoring 4 goals tonight. He was staggeringly ruthless in the first half, and honestly, 14 minutes in, he's getting this lovely little chip ball around the corner. And you could see it all night that the Man City players on the half turn were trying to feed him earlier than maybe last season that we saw. Quick passes between the lines to get it into Erling Haaland, who's in a ruthless streak in the last few weeks. It's scary what he's doing. The finish at full stretch, chips the keeper. It's outstanding stuff. It really, really is. Monaco get back in it. They were relentless all game. City had the ball. City looked fluid. City looked dynamic. Really wanted to win the game. But Monaco weren't parking the bus. They had 5 defenders at one point, but they were good on the counter-attack. They were expressive, and Teze finds himself 20 yards out with a great strike. Donnarumma's nowhere near it, and that guy's nearly 7 foot tall. It's a beautiful strike from Teze. So that kind of idea that Monaco could always get back into this game through a little moment, through a little counter-attack, was always there, and City weren't ruthless enough in the game to make it 3, to make it 4, and that's a big learning this City side still have to address, particularly against the likes of Brighton, against the likes of Tottenham. The final 20 minutes, where is that energy? Where is that ruthlessness? Where is that final level of fitness to score the 3rd and the 4th? And you're asking a lot of footballers to go to that different level and smash sides 3 or 4. But whilst Rodri's still getting up to speed, I think City do have to get to that 3rd and 4th goal to get over the line. Erling Haaland with a great header. I mean, it's an outstanding finish. It really, really is. It's a kind of a ball that gets whipped into him with no top spin. He's just hitting it flat, and he's beating the keeper with a kind of dry ball in the air. It's a scary header. It really is a ruthless header with so much power. And ultimately, Erling Haaland could have had a hat-trick with an open net that he missed. It's a very, very tight angle, and he was unlucky not to get a hat-trick tonight. Ultimately, I thought this City side were purring at points. I thought this City side looked very, very good on the ball. I'm a big, big fan of where Rodri is coming to in terms of his recovery. He looks so smooth while he's just dishing balls from left to right. The metronome of the City side. Even if we get him back to 65%, 70% of what he was, it's enough to win big, big trophies this season. He was getting caught out at a few moments in the second half in terms of the press from Monaco, in terms of players being around him. That kind of sixth sense that he's always had as a midfielder. Probably lost a little bit of that sharpness just because of the injury. Nico Gonzalez comes on and keeps up a good pace. But in and around him, there actually has to still be a little bit more ruthlessness from that midfield. Reinders hits the crossbar. Phil Foden had a couple of chances. They both had very, very good games. I thought Phil Foden was electric. Again, on that half turn, trying to create chances. He had a great strike in the first half on his right foot as well. But you have to say, if Erling Haaland gets you a brace and you're still not winning the game, then there are still big concerns. The first one would be the defence, of course. John Stones came off for Mateus Nunes. He looked absolutely knackered. Obviously, the likes of Kujanov coming back will be very, very important. But if Erling Haaland scoring all the goals that he is and you're still not keeping clean sheets down the other end, there still has to be a lot of work for Guardiola and the management staff at Manchester City, because these are the amount of goals that should get you over the line. You should be winning the game with a Erling Haaland brace against Monaco. I'm not saying it's any City player's fault because it's an outrageously bad refereeing decision we'll get to in a minute. But I still think Foden and Reinders can up their game a touch in terms of finishing. They didn't have the clearest chances in the world. Reinders had better chances than Foden to actually score goals. in the last few weeks. He needs to kind of tweak that a little bit and just be a little bit cuter and try and get those goals just to supplement what Erling Haaland is doing. It can't all be down to Erling Haaland, even though he is on a different planet. Let's just talk about it, because I've had a long day. I don't want to be talking about VAR every single day on this channel. But look, a ball comes in. Nico Gonzalez gets the ball. The ball must be 5 foot in the air. And, of course, the player goes down, rolling around. I think modern VAR, or VAR in general, applauds and allows and permits footballers to take a chance if there's anything close to a foul, even if it isn't. Go down, holding your head, and you've got a chance. He will check it. And, of course, the referee had to go over and check it. There was a lot of an argument on the touchline, and the referee used it as an opportunity to slow the game down. He took about 5 minutes to get to the correct decision. The incorrect decision, he deemed it the correct decision. And for some reason, modern football is rewarding penalties to people for fair tackles and fair challenges. Look, if Nico Gonzalez doesn't get anywhere near the ball, it's a foul. But in the highest level of a football moment, when you're trying to clear a ball coming into the box to hold on to a 2-1 win, and it wasn't even his studs, he's flicked it with his toe. Come on, it's never a penalty. It's a disgraceful decision. UEFA have no standards when it comes to refereeing. It's even softer than the Premier League. Maybe their use of VAR across all the games in the Champions League is slightly better, slightly quicker. But ultimately, VAR is an utter disgrace to football. What can I say? Look, Dortmund, Villarreal coming up for Man City. Very, very winnable games. The right-back situation still has to be addressed. I like John Stones today. I thought he was absolutely superb. But long-term, do you want John Stones, especially with his kind of physical condition, semi-fragile throughout a season, do you want him at right-back against top-level Champions League wingers? I'm not so sure. I prefer him at centre-back. But you have to say, Nico O'Reilly today, absolutely superb. He absolutely was. He's so smart. He's so good on the ball. He could have scored as well in the first half. This City side, despite the fact it's a 2-2 draw and a very, very frustrating one at that, are clicking, are connecting. The movement on the ball is fantastic. The possession is far better than last season. It looks far more fluid. The relationship between Doku, Haaland, Bernardo Silva had a good game today, is looking a lot better. This Liverpool side, this Arsenal side, we talk about the Real Madrids, the Bayern Munichs, are looking at a City side that move the ball very, very well. Still some tweaks needed. But Pep Guardiola is one of the greatest managers in the history of the sport. And I'm seeing relationships and chemistry being formed in front of our very eyes. This is what Guardiola 2.0, 3.0. And things are starting to click. It's a 2-2 draw. It's very, very frustrating. But lots of positives. I mean, Erling Haaland is on a different planet entirely. Very, very scary what this guy can do in the future. What can I say? Brentford in the league. I think form is slowly turning around. Whilst Liverpool struggling, Arsenal look very, very defensively resolute. But this is a very, very frustrating draw. It feels like a draw given to Monaco because of the referee. And that you never want that in modern football. Monaco, not a bad side, but Eric Dyer scoring penalties in 2025. It's an absolute madness. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're new, would really appreciate that. Leave your thoughts down below. And I'll see you very, very soon.